Then I took a smidge and applied it down there.
This one's wife, Catherine, cancer-free, but how does the narcissist feel? Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Good news was released yesterday as a consequence of the fact that the Princess of Wales is cancer-free. As Kate Mancy wrote for The Times, the Princess of Wales has announced with relief that she has finished her cancer treatment and looks forward to returning to duties when I can. Kate, 42, said, "Although I have finished chemotherapy, my path to healing and full recovery is long, and I must continue to take each day as it comes." In a personal health update, which was released with a new video of the Prince and Princess of Wales and their children filmed in Norfolk last month, Kate, 42, said that the past 9 months had been incredibly tough for us as a family. She said, "Life, as you know, it can change in an instant, and we have had to find a way to navigate the stormy waters and road unknown." After saying that her illness had inspired a period of reflection, she said she was entering a new phase of recovery, adding, "Out of the darkness can come light, so let that light shine bright." The princess revealed in March that she'd been diagnosed with cancer following major abdominal surgery in January. She began a course of preventative chemotherapy at the end of February. Now that her treatment was complete, she said that she would be looking forward to undertaking a few more public engagements in the coming months. However, she said that she would focus on doing what I can to stay cancer-free. In a new video, which was filmed last month by videographer Will Waugh near the Wales' family home in Norfolk, the princess is seen looking well as she walks through the woods with her children, Prince George 11, Princess Charlotte 9, and Prince Louis 6. The Waleses are seen playing a card game and wading through the water on the beach. Over the top of the video, the princess can be heard saying, "As the summer comes to an end, I cannot tell you what a relief it is to have finally completed my chemotherapy treatment. The last 9 months have been incredibly tough for us as a family. Life, as you know, it can change in an instant, and we have had to find a way to navigate the stormy waters and road unknown. The cancer journey is complex, scary, and unpredictable for everyone, especially those closest to you. With humility, it also brings you face to face with your own vulnerabilities in a way you have never considered before. And with that, a new perspective on everything. This time has, above all, reminded William and me to reflect and be grateful for the simple yet important things in life, which so many of us often take for granted, of simply loving and being loved. It is understood that the princess is now hoping to support her family by attending the cenotaph on Remembrance Sunday, and is planning to host her traditional Christmas carol concert at Westminster Abbey in December. Kate has started to work from home on projects, including her early years project. The princess used her message to thank her family and the public for their support during her treatment, and offered solidarity to others undergoing cancer treatment. She said, "Everyone's kindness, empathy, and compassion has been truly humbling. To all those who are continuing their own cancer journey, I remain with you, side by side, hand in hand." While the King and Queen did not comment officially on the princess's announcement, a palace source said that they do of course consider the announcement to be wonderful news, and will continue to offer all love, thoughts, and support to the princess on her continued path to recovery. So there we have it. Good news indeed that the Princess of Wales is cancer-free. There is still work to be done in relation to her recovery, and she has shared this information with the public with a press release and a video. Now, there's no doubt that the video is entirely PR related, but it's understandable. that this has been done because, first of all, there was repeated unnecessary and downright nasty criticism of the Princess of Wales earlier this year, in terms of those suggesting that she didn't have cancer, that she was actually dead, that she'd been offed by Prince William, that she was under the patio at Kensington Palace, which of course caused her to have to release a video where she wasn't looking well to explain that she had a cancer diagnosis. There were then, as discussed in parts passing, the response of a various number of dunderheaded epsilon semi-moron clowns who maintained that body doubles were being used and artificial intelligence was generating the Princess of Wales' appearances. Utter hogwash. But it's to be expected from those jellyfish-minded plebs. Nevertheless, it was necessary for this message to be released to ensure that people were informed, and also to share what is clearly joyous news for the Waleses and people at large who regard the Princess of Wales in a manner whereby they've been concerned about her health and they wish to support her. What it also demonstrates in that video is a family unit which is governed by a father who's a normal and a mother who's an empath. And both have emotional empathy for their children. So whilst it's a PR exercise, what you witness is genuine. It's not performative. Yes, they know they're being filmed, but the reactions are genuine and are being captured. They're not performing for the camera. They're being as who they are, having it captured by a camera for photographs, for film, etc. This contrasts, of course, with the behaviour of a narcissist who, if the Princess of Wales were a narcissist and she's not, you would know that because of that status, the creation of this video would be performative. It would be to share the good news that the individual would be free from cancer, but it's done to control those who watch it and read about the news, to draw fuel from them by way of their response and to manage a facade. Because, as you know, that's what matters to the narcissist, and that is what is at the heart of every interaction that a narcissist has with other people. But because the Princess of Wales is an empath, you'll also notice in the wording that she's used that whilst naturally she's going to talk about herself because it's her health problem, she talks more about her family, talks about reflection, talks about other people in terms of their battle with cancer. It isn't me, 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 because that isn't the way of the Princess of Wales. It also talks about what her plans are for the future in terms of getting back to royal duties, showing her sense of accountability and service. So it's interesting, of course, to see this announcement, which is good news of itself, but also to understand it in the context of it being generated by an empathic individual. But what of this one's wife, who naturally will be aware of this news? As a consequence of the Wales' no-contact regime with this one's wife, they will have not contacted her privately to share this information. She will have learnt as a consequence of it going around news networks and there being an outpouring of joy and delight from many millions of people around the world, that the internet flooded with people responding in a positive way. How would this one's wife feel as a narcissist to all of this? Would she feel a sense of relief for her sister-in-law? No. She has no emotional empathy for her. Externally, if occasion would require it, she would declare that she was delighted to hear that the Princess of Wales is on the road to recovery and is now cancer-free, not because she's genuinely pleased, but because her narcissism dictates that that would be the appropriate response towards a family member, and that her narcissism would direct her to do that by way of facade management, to make her look good. If she were to announce, she was putting it on all along, there's never been anything wrong with her, that, of course, would result in considerable condemnation and would fly in the face of the facade management that this one's wife's mid-range narcissism utilises. Accordingly, The narcissism isn't going to allow her to say something like that, which she may well comment privately by way of a provocation. But instead, if she is moved to make a public announcement, and she probably won't, then it would be along those lines. What it actually makes her feel is nothing in terms of a sense of relief or joy or happiness for the good news for the Princess of Wales, because she has no emotional empathy for her sister-in-law. She doesn't experience joy. She doesn't experience happiness. In actual fact, what she will experience is the ignition of fury, because talk is all about her, about the Princess of Wales. It isn't about this one's wife. That the people are expressing delight about the Princess of Wales. And whilst the Princess of Wales does not need fuel, this one's wife's narcissism sees fuel that she should be receiving going elsewhere and does not like it. It threatens her need for control. It will infuriate her that not only is she cancer-free, because this one's wife would quite readily want the entire Wales clan wiped out so that her and Harry would be moved up the line of succession. Oh yes. And therefore, if the Princess of Wales had suffered in a terminal way in relation to this cancer, it would actually serve the purposes of this one's wife to a greater degree. So in actual fact, there will be disappointment and infuriation at this news. Furthermore, the wholesome nature of the photographs and video that have been released will get right under this one's wife's skin, because she wants to be seen as that type of family whereby it's all happiness and joy, and she would want the reactions of all of the millions of people around her to express their delight at this news. She wants that, but isn't able to have it. She sees the life that the Waleses lead and believes that that's the life that she ought to have. And therefore, she can't be happy for them because she has no emotional empathy. Instead, her narcissism gets hold of her narcissistic trait of envy and causes her to feel furious about this, furious about the video, furious about the reactions. And therefore, undoubtedly, more crockery has been smashed in Monty's shit show, particularly with so many people responding on the internet at large, declaring their delight in this news. Why do they always support her? Why do they always sing her praises? I'm better than her, she will have ranted. Harry may well have been tugging his ginger forelock and going, oh, yes, my little pumpernickel, absolutely right. Yeah, you are 10 times better than her. I never said wow when I saw her in that dress, by the way. Oh, get out, Harry. Get in the chicken coop. And then she'll probably throw a jar of ARO jam towards his head, and the ginger one skedaddles, running for the cover of the chicken coop. The emptiness of the narcissist prevails, that emptiness of an absence of emotional empathy. And there will be the ignition of fury, which is motivating the narcissist, i.e. this one's wife, to take action to nullify this huge threat to control posed by this news and its coverage. It means that this one's wife will have smeared Catherine to Harry, for instance, or to a friend that she might have telephoned, therefore obtaining control indirectly. But it's also prompted other responses from this one's wife, which I'll be pointing out in separate videos to demonstrate the unpleasant nature and to demonstrate just how she has no emotional empathy whatsoever. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.